Hello there, everybody. It's your boy Sweet with another video. Um, same same premise. Delves, tier 11. This time I will be doing a DPS spec retribution, like how I did in my previous video. I was tank spec prop paladin. This time I'm doing ret. Same gear. 603 across the board for most gear pieces. Got my two-hander here, 603. Necklace, ring, trinkets are about the same as last video. Nothing's really changed. And the reason I chose this spec was because it's a DPS with no pets that aggro for you. So it might be a little rougher for those kinds of DPSers that don't have pets to aggro for them when doing T11s. It basically is a bit easier. So again, under eye level 600, and we're going to show how to get it done at a relatively decent pace. At least that's what I'll call it. And as you can see here, I have 3 out of 3 looted from my gilded stash. I don't need to do T11s, but it's for the VOD, so we're here for the guildies and anyone else watching. I like to make a reminder, if you don't know exactly where to find your little Delves tab, easy to see your vault. Most people usually go to Group Finder, then hit Delves, and you'll go ahead and see your vault here. You can configure your brand here as well, and you get to see your season progress, basically the reputation experience here. And then the most important, in my opinion, probably the only one, would be the gilded stash. So you only get gilded when you're doing tier 11 bountiful. Bountiful. I want to make that clear. Delves. And I know some people's, and in some cases, UIs tend to get rid of this. I don't know why. I've seen it before. And so most people miss out on the fact that they can get gilded stash from T11 bountifuls because this bar is gone. Everything, this whole bottom portion is gone and they only see the vault, the top, which I get why you guys do that, but some people might not even know that they can get gilded from T11s. Just from us looking at this, their UI takes it away from them. So be aware. And yeah, we'll go ahead and start this, get it run through. Like I said, gear, no embellishments, nothing again, same as last video. Nothing in the sockets, just as stock standard as you can get. We'll go ahead and plop in here. We'll be doing the side street sluice. In my opinion, I think this one's fairly simpler. We'll go ahead and reset Bran, just in case if he bugs out, repair. And I will be using Bran as a healer in this instance as DPSer.
Smell that? It's treasure.
It makes it easier. And the better gear you have, the easier this will get. Your DPS is going to kill the mobs quicker. And I know my Bran is level 80. I know this. I get it. But it doesn't really matter Bran's level, if I'm being honest with you. The only thing that matters is the Mechasaurus and the loot radar. The 10% damage and the dino eggs. Like I said in my last video when I was doing prop, dinosaurs are key to carrying you in these T11s no matter what brand you have level, no matter what level he is. And doesn't matter which role. The Mechasaurus is number 1 when doing delves. Priority is the eggs. So we'll go ahead here and start it up. So the mission is to basically Fill this bar up, and then recover a teleporter. So when going through the delves, you do not want to fight enemies you do not need to. Let's make that perfectly clear. Do not fight what you don't need to. Okay, that guy's already dead. Phenomenal. We'll go ahead and grab this. And then... So, it doesn't matter which way you really take. It's all preference. I'm going to go ahead and use this teleporter here. Brand's going to use it first. You turn invisible. And... we'll actually go ahead and grab these guys here. There is something up top, which is another teleporter. Go here. This will be kind of a slow paced due to the fact I'm not trying to pull too much because we're trying to get this delve done. And there's the potions and there's Brand's healing. Remember, it's on a CD, so you know, tread lightly when you pull. You might not have a pot up or his golden healing mechanic. And for the pots, you want to make sure that you're grabbing them every 5 seconds. In my opinion, I think that's a solid number. Because if you're this low, eye level, you know, your gear's not great, they're going to be hitting very hard.
Watch your step.
As you can see here. Oh. As you can see here. Excuse me. And so the pots will come back just in time. Every 5 seconds, I think, is a perfect number. Now they're over here punching me to death. I'll do that. Another pot. DPS. You know, when these guys are punching forward, you can just go around them. You don't have to stand in front of them like I was doing. That's not very smart. Grab a pot. Defensive. Don't be afraid to use your CDs. Remember, we're getting it done. It's better you know, save as many of your lives as you can. Don't risk it. There's no need. Go ahead and grab that. Now, I know there's a chest right there with that guy, but we're going to ignore that. Remember, we don't need to fight elites or nothing. We don't have to. Grab a pot here.
Watch your step.
Dino egg. Now, either you can single target the dino egg, or you can go ahead and stand next to it and just DPS the mobs, AoE, as you are... oh, wait, let me grab this pot here.
Watch your step.
As you're lowering the health of the egg as well when you're hitting them. But if you want it for a faster crack, obviously single target it like I just did. They'll go ahead and plop up. Now that we have them up, take advantage. Every advantage while the dinos are up. Attack anything and everything. There goes the fear stun. The DPS is about to just go insane. Instant death. Perfect. So, we're gonna grab that chest. Whoops, my bad. I'm gonna grab that chest. We are already at 45%. Literally didn't do much. Like I said, I personally think this one's a bit easier. Oh, except that. Just, you know, stun, get that pot, get your targeting up, go around the punchers. And as you can see, I'm not really targeting the punchers right now, more of the robot. Oh wow, that hurt. And
watch your step.
Let me just do that. Go around. They're really easy to avoid, especially if you're ranged. These guys will just be punching air.
Watch your step.
Go ahead and do that.
Watch your step.
That. Grab that potion again. So basically it's just me going in front of their fist. I am a melee, it is gonna happen, alright.
Watch your step.
I guess you can stand back just a little bit. Remember, you want the pots. Just keep getting them. 5 seconds is a sweet number.
I know it. We're close.
Go ahead and break the egg. Even if there's no enemies, just break the egg. Break it open and then brush some enemies, okay? Take advantage of the egg at every instance you can. I'm gonna pop this, that. And I did just get potions, so we'll go ahead and just attack everything, defensives, just in case. There are bombs here. They do explode if you don't kill them on time. And, oh well, the dinos just instantly murk them. Alright. Is there a chest down there? I don't think there is now. A rare. We'll go ahead and bring these guys over here. Grab a potion. Dinos are aggroing over there. Phenomenal. This gives us an easy way to DPS. Oh, there's the little drone buddy over there. Watch out for the lightning. Don't stand in it. We'll go ahead and just, you know, maybe blink, teleport, just go over it. It's fine. Grab that chest. These guys are a big beefy. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Is there a chest here? No, I don't think there's one over there either. So we'll avoid these guys. We'll go ahead and avoid them. And there's a chest up there, but trying to make this easier. From these little what do you call it? These little loot bags, there is a chance for you to get a wave scrambler. So that's why most people do grab them. It is a chance though, so I got 2 potions there. I'll let Brand take care of one guy. Oh, speaking of egg, you know what? In this case, I'm just gonna single target the egg. I'll make my life easier. There you go. Perfect. Go ahead and grab this chest. 83. Ooh, okay. Well, they're coming back to me. Used LOH on accident, but you know, it never hurts. When would you look at that? Sometimes these guys will run into each other, and it just works in your favor. They just stun themselves. 90%. So, in this case, we'll go right here. There's a chest in there. There we go. The dinos still should be up. Oh wow, I just grabbed all of them. Okay, well this might be bad.
Step.
Go ahead and keep my distance in this case. I did grab all 3 potions. That will happen if you're melee. So in that case, don't be afraid to, you know, I wouldn't say backpedal. You know, you can go full throttle back and just wait for the pots to reappear like as so. Because there are accidents. You will accidentally get the pots all at once. Brands, you know, throwing might pot there, potion.
Watch your step.
And as melee, it is kind of hard to avoid the Fist of Fury, since obviously you got to get in front of them to melee them up close. So we just needed those mobs. We didn't really need the chest. We'll go ahead and grab this freebie here. And in some cases, this chest that we just got will be glowing bluish purple, have like a shadow aura. Watch out for that. That mimic, as I call it, will stun you, and you will die. It hurts a lot. And with my health gear, it'll insta-shot me once it stuns you when opening. It's not worth it unless it's free like that. There's no aura or nothing, it's just free. We'll go ahead and use the remote teleporter because if you saw earlier, there was an elite on this side here, on the stairs. So this will bring us back using this action bar. Bring us back here to where we got it, to the beginning. Boss is here. Jump on this platform. And always learn the boss mechanics. If you have the lives to afford it, you know, you can afford to die once and then come back and regroup and then learn from your mistakes. It's not going to hurt you to die. you know, one or twice. When you get to 0, again, that's not what you want. At 0, you might as well just restart the delve because you won't get nothing in the loot and the treasures. So it's not worth it. So make sure you don't get to 0. And let's go ahead and proceed here. Brand's ready. We'll go ahead and do this. So in this instance, this gear glaive guy will toss some swirlies,
Knocking back.
knock you back.
Watch your
But the
step.
swirlies are important. You want to try and avoid them, like that right there. And they'll most likely land in the spot you were just at. So in this instance,
Knocking
just,
back.
I want to say kite the boss, just move him near your most recent puddles. This will give you much more space. And the same applies to Bran. He does the same thing to Bran. So position yourself and your Bran to use up less space. Pop a defensive there. And stay near the puddle if possible. You don't want him on it, you don't want to be on it. Just near it.
Watch your step.
Potions, grab 2 of them because we're about to run out of room. Bran, obviously, his positioning might not be great, but we planned for that just by our puddles being close to each other. In groups, you might struggle with this boss because every other person will have their own puddles in different positions.
I know it. We're close.
Knocking back.
One right there. Now in this case, it does suck. Our potions are in a puddle, but it's just grab all 3. Just grab all 3. Come back, and then maybe give yourself some more room. And there's the egg. Go ahead and get that egg. Be mindful of the boss mechanic. It is still going even though you're not targeting him.
Knocking back.
That. Pop in the egg. There you go. Priority over the boss. Always, all the time. Let's go ahead and pick up the egg or the potions. Give ourselves some room to breathe. Let the dinos do DPS.
Watch your step.
We'll go ahead and start from here again. There you go.
Back.
And just rinse and repeat. That's pretty much it. Go ahead and grab a potion. Pop a defensive. The boss did get a shield. We'll go ahead and get another potion. Stay near our recent puddle. Dinah's doing phenomenal DPS as always. And there you go. Easy tier 11. Easy. This is probably one of my favorite delves, is a side street sluice. No matter which boss mechanic, the gold guy, this guy at the end. This one's pretty easy and straightforward. One of my favorites. And that's how you get it done. Like I said, nothing changed. 600. Stock standard. And just avoiding, like right there, avoiding rares, avoiding everything not needed just to get your three gilded stash tier 11 bountifuls done. Bountifuls, remember, they have to be bountiful for you to acquire your gilded stash at the end. We didn't get a bountiful map that you usually get from either the trunks or looting these little sacks here. I've already gotten mine. So in this instance, when you do have the map, if you have it in your inventory, before you kill the boss, you might want to pop it if you have the lives to account for some mistakes that might happen. Because that Delver's Bounty map will give you a heroic piece gear. And it drops once a week. So be mindful of when you pop it when you're completing. Remember to pop it. You can always pop this Wave Scrambler if you have bought it or acquired it, again through looting. Same premise, you pop this at a save stone, at a checkpoint stone, and then the underpin mini boss will spawn. So in here, we'll go ahead and just loot the rest of the stuff up. For me, there is no gilded stash, even though I've did it a bountiful and completed it. I've already gotten my 3 for the week. So 3 T11s every week. I already maxed mine out, so it's not going to be there. In my last video, I did not open this chest. You can open it. You do get reputation. You get... How about this? We'll just open it. You do get, undercoin, reputation for whatever you're going after. You do get a champion, piece of gear, and radiant echoes. Radiant echoes. These guys are used for acquiring more coffer key shards, for the key shards to be turned into your restored coffer key shards to open up these chests at the end of the delves. So they all work and intertwine with each other. So I think it's like 5 or 10 radiant echoes for that little for the, where is it at? Excuse me here. This is the one I usually do. Yeah, the world soul memory. I usually do this one, it's a bit easier. And you pop, I think, 5 echoes, and it gives you almost near 100, depending on your timer, how many mobs you kill, how many mobs you kill in this mission here, this little quest here. So we'll go ahead and leave the delve. We'll actually do this. But yeah, that's how you get it done. We did it great, quick, fast. I think it took, how long did it take? Oh, well, we'll check right now. So it took 14 minutes for that delve. A lot shorter than the last video I did for, basically half an hour. Half an hour might be a more realistic number if you're pulling one by one and, just biding your time. Let's, what is it called? Side Street Sluice is a bit easier of a delve in my opinion, so. And here is the Wave Scrambler, where to buy it from. You buy it from this little Murloc guy next to Brands here in Dornagal. Or like right next to across from the bank. And this, you put this down near the checkpoint, you summon the underpin, and even if you die, or you get the underpin boss, mini boss, in the delve to, I think it's 30 to 40%. This will drop. This is guaranteed to drop you from him, whether you win or die. Even if you die, you still get the loot at the end. So it's just a trial run for the underpin. You don't have to take it too seriously, and you necessarily don't want to waste a death on it unless you can afford to. Okay, don't get at 0. If you can afford the death, then you can just make it easy on yourself and just get the Delver's Bounty map like that from him leaving. So instead of the Wave Scrambler, in some rare instances, he might just spawn freely. Again, that's RNG. So, but that's where the heroic piece of gear is at. You necessarily don't want to use your undercoin anymore to buy these veteran gears unless you're just trying to fill really quick for an alt. You always want to invest in the Wave Scrambler for all your alts. It's warband, it binds, so you can place it in your bank for your warband bank and have all your alts. Get hero gear once a week. As to why you don't want to use undercoin, it's because it is a bit expensive. It does add up, and with the new patch that dropped a while ago, 11.5 for the Holofall event here, Nightfall event. Doing this over here in this area will reward you with a bunch of veteran gear for free. You just gotta go do the quest, do the missions, and do the world boss here that spawns after the event, and you'll acquire tons of veteran warbound gear. So that's why you don't really want to waste your undercoin on this gear. Just wave scrambler, and if you're feeling kind of lazy, your coffer keys. But these do get expensive if you don't have the discount. And the discount you can acquire from, where is it at? Well, it's basically at the end of the experience bar here, you know. So they are pretty expensive. Just preference. And we went ahead and we completed that delve, 14 minutes with a healer, Mechasaurus, and Loot Radar. And this is from a DPS perspective with no pet. Stock standard. We did it. We did great. And the reason you want to use the healer is because, as you can see, if you didn't have a healer, if you had a damage dealer, you probably would have died instantly. Your heals, you would have ran out of mana in some cases. Anything, you would have died. Tank, he can only tank so much if he's not being healed, and so the damage dealer or tank is not optimal if you're running DPS. The tank is only optimal if you're running a healer, and the damage dealer is only optimal if you're running protection, or you're tanking yourself. That's when you can put Mr. Bronzebeard here, Bran, to damage dealer. So keep that in mind. Remember, we don't want to make it too difficult, too stressful. I think I covered about everything needed here for this video for DPS spec. So that's how you get it done. There are some close calls. It was fine. But I will catch y'all in the next video. It's your boy Sweet, and I am out.